Okay, I'm going to go through the 3 long track pathways. I'm going to use, I'm going to start motor, and I don't have green, so I'm going to use this sort of sky blue color. So this is, we're going to start with motor, descending motor control. So this is the cortical spinal tract, specifically lateral. But so here we're starting in the motor cortex, which we'll pretend is right about there. And this is the precentral gyrus. And we have a cell body, a neuron. And actually I'm going to add in some this is going to be our internal capsule, and I'm going to add in peduncle. Peduncle means foot, so the early neuroanatomists thought that cerebral peduncle looked like the feet with which the whole brain was being held up. Okay, so now we have an axon. And so this is gray matter, it's sending it through the white matter. White matter is myelinated. It's going through the posterior dimensional capsule. It's going down the cerebral peduncle. It's all ipsilateral to where it originated. It's then going to pass through the pyramidal fascicles, we call them. The pons here is not pictured. Here's the medulla. It's in the pyramids now. Then it's going to cross to the other side. And now it's down in the spinal cord. And it's going to descend through the spinal cord in this region. It's going to synapse on interneurons here in the anterior horn. There's a synapse here, and now the information is being carried out to a muscle. To tell it to contract. Okay. Now let's do somatosensation. Okay, so here's a feather. It's tickling your foot. That information comes in. Those skin receptors are going to feel that, or it might be proprioceptors. They're going to come in. There's actually a synapse here in the dorsal horn. And they're going to synapse if it's from the upper extremity, it's going to be in the cuneate nucleus. If it's in the lower extremity, it's going to be gracile. So those kind of look like this, nuclei. So that's where the synapse is going to happen. Then that information is going to be carried up. And it's going to decussate. So it's all just more information here. Ultimately, it ends up being this very medial portion. That's why they call it the medial lemniscus. Lemniscus is another word for tract because we don't have enough of those. Medially through the cerebropeduncle, synapses and thalamus. We're not going to talk about that here. And then this is going to go to the primary sensory cortex, which is postcentral gyrus. So this is called your dorsal column medial lemniscus system. Okay, so let's do pain. Okay, so now we have a flame, a fire. No, that's not a hand, that's fire. Okay, so the information's coming in. And then it crosses. So here, it's crossing in the central part of the cord, which this becomes important in one of your cases that you're going to review. This is called the anterior white commissure. And it ascends in this general area. And then it stays kind of lateral here. Same story. Oops. Well, it goes to the primary sensory as well. Okay. So this here, this crossing here, pyramidal decussation, and slightly rostral to it here, but still in the medulla is the sensory.